everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Orme, and today we're back playing some Starters Order 6 with Rapid Ascent, our sole remaining horse from the starting 5. So we are booked in now to the Santa Anita Juvenile, which, after our last performance, may not be... I'm not as confident as I was. It may not be the right result. You know, might not be the right race. So I'm a little bit hesitant to say that we should do well here. And I really don't want to be. I mean, I really want to be confident that we can get a result here. Because if we can get results in Class 1s, and we've won a Grade 3 race, of course, we can keep on that kind of track, then I'll be very, very confident in the abilities of this horse and where we're looking, you know, to develop it over the next couple of seasons into a premier racing horse. So I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. Now, we're on the outside here. That's a decent little start. Nothing too special, but decent enough. It looks there like we're going to be amongst the front runners here. 4.5 furlongs out. Snag just ahead of us with St. Eddie and Telescope in 3rd and 4th. Rest of the field still all together. Dr. Shane just out ahead of them. Up comes Kingslayer and Sailor Hoy on the inside. Then D-Shifit. We know Shiflet a lot. Socks on Fire and the Zip Zip Man. 2.5 furlongs now. Back on the leader. We got Dr. Shane to St. Eddie. We're just being overtaken by Telescope. There's a 2 furlong marker. Snag still out on the lead. Here comes Kingslayer. It looks like Kingslayer might be trying to make a move, but we're making a move on the inside. We're inside now. The final furlong on the home stretch. It looks like Dr. Shane is going to come through here just to the outside of us. They're probably going to finish just ahead of us, maybe. Can we snag second place? We can't get it. Snag does hold on. And that is a top 3 finish. But man, we were close. Like, we were really, really close. So, I don't know. I mean, we were carrying extra weight. That's not to, you know, nothing to be sniffed at. But so was Dr. Shane. We were carrying a bit more. I think we, you know, if we stick to allowance races where we don't actually carry extra weight, or we go for the graded races where everyone runs at the same weight, I'll be fairly happy with us. I think that we can get results now. So that turned out a lot better than I actually thought it would. I was a little skeptical, a little worried about things, but that makes me feel a little bit better. So we've got to go check as well, training 2-year-olds, let's not forget. So it looks like we are okay to race again, which is good because we still got half the season to go. So we're looking here at the conditions race. That would be one we probably could win. And we could probably win that one as well. So that's 8 days, that's 11 days after our last race. That's not really going to be enough time. There is the Tyro. Again, I think we'll be carrying 9 stone 9 because we won a grade 3. So that might not be the best one to pull in. And sadly, probably the same here as well. So, I think we're going to put in for that one though. We are indeed 9-9 as expected. And we'll put in for here as well. So let's keep trying to stretch this horse and give him a bit of a chance to really impress us. And just see how that works out. I'll go to this auction just in case there's something interesting. Still not. So that's probably more of a Season 2 thing to keep an eye on. So once again, pause the action, come back when we've got something to show you, which will probably be the race. So we'll be back in just a moment. And we are back. So it is indeed the race. Let's get right into things then. We do look to be the favourite for this one. So we are carrying the extra weight, but we are the favourite. This isn't a great field, it looks like. So top rated, top weighted, tipped as well. GR's Holiday is also tipped by one person. So coping well, and we are parading well. That should be an interesting battle, perhaps. So it looks like grey sleeves with blue silks is going to be our main challenger, JR's Holiday. Let's just skip through that then and see what happens in this race. We're out the gates nice and early, it seems. There's JR's Holiday, fourth from the rail, just coming up our outside now. And it looks like we're going to be 5 deep almost at 3.5 furlongs at the front. We'll take over the lead. Casino Dude on the inside, JR's Holiday just behind us, and MJ's Knight on the inside. Converge on the outside there is now down into 5th place. Decisions running just behind them. Turn Your Eyes taking a wide line round this turn, and Modnitis is right at the back of the field. 1.5 furlongs to go now as we come onto the straight. JR's Holiday is going to come at us a little bit. But Rapid Ascent went out a bit earlier and is easily now just coasting down this final furlong. Decisions up into 3rd. JR's Holiday might lose 2nd here. Just going to hold on to it. But Rapid Ascent there with a great run straight down the home line and across to win. And that's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for us to win something that, you know, either another graded race or maybe another feature race. So happy to see that there. It's only a class 2 race. It wasn't a class 1, so it's not really the big impressive sign, but it is a return to winning days, and that is the best kind of the best kind of answer for the questions I've had. Again, the next one we've got up is a conditions race. That is a C2. But that is our first feature win. So the 5 furlong tie rope at Monmouth Park, and we strolled through that one. Very, very happy to see that indeed. Very, very happy. Let's just make sure. Do we have more races? We do have more races. So we're going to skip through day by day because I know sales are coming up. In fact, it's probably best just to check. There we go, the 17th, and our race is on the 18th. So, in fact, we can actually skip to the day before we're supposed to run by clicking on that button. That puts us in for the sales. So let's jump out of that. Nemeralia is there. Not really a great horse to pick up, though it doesn't look like. Spangled didn't win by much. Wait, did that say that? Okay, so Nemeralia ran in 2 races on the same day. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what happened here. That's by a length. That's not really what we're looking for. Venezuela, half a length, but did carry extra weight. Okay, no, that's the first one that makes me think there could be something. Maybe. So that's just a normal sales horse. Shot the Sheriff there. Looks like they're going to be running in a grade 1, so maybe that's what we're looking for. 3 3/4 lengths. Okay. Carry an extra weight. Shot the Sheriff. Shot the Sheriff is my new favourite. But My Good Venezuela could be a decent, cheap option because of the late sort of late interest, maybe because she's won, but not a very high rating. Sophia's Choice looks like another one that could be rated the same as Venezuela, so... And my lady Aileen is not going to be up for grabs. Certainly not by us. So 600,000 gets Nemeralia. Okay, 500,000 for Spangle. So that might be the range we're looking at for Venezuela. A lot of money there for the big rating horse. Oh, I'm tempted, but it would be the end of any chance for Shot the Sheriff. So we're gonna leave off that just under 500,000. Let's have a look at Shot the Sheriff. I've got a feeling this is a 2 million horse. But we're just gonna try and push people out the bidding if we can. We're gonna get pushed out ourselves though. Albertrani gets Shot the Sheriff. And sadly I think that might be the best horse that we've seen in these sales so far. 500,000 there for Sophia's Choice. My Good Venezuela might have been the horse we could have picked up and would have been a decent option. But sad to say, I thought maybe we had a shot at Shot the Sheriff, but we were just pipped in that auction. We ran out of money. I think we might have had to go over 1 million, maybe 1.1, 1.2. But if I had the money, I'd be glad to pay it for that horse because, yeah, it won carrying extra weight, it won by some distance, and it's being entered in to a future Grade 1. So, 3 little signs there that made me believe that Shot the Sheriff could have been a really nice option. Not to be. Let's try and get over 1 million by winning some more races then. Rapid Ascent is back with a 5 furlong at what are we, Saratoga. It's a Class 2 again, which is where we won the last race. It's another feature race. And this will be the Skidmore, so I'm pretty happy right now with the way things are lining up. I think we've got a shot. I do think we've got a shot. So let's see, can we get off to a good start here again on the outside? Oh my God. That was just flat out terrible. Mrazek will take the lead then. 4 furlongs approaching here. Opening roads, love that jazz. And then Golden Pirate just on there outside. Lucky Brian trying to join that with us just alongside. We're going to have to go the long way round though. The wide turn. Direct Message is quite a few lengths distance at this stage. 2.5 furlongs. Are they going to start coming into it now? We round this final turn. 2 furlongs to go onto the home stretch. And it looks like Golden Pirate is going to storm through this one. Down the home stretch. Rapid Ascent not really in challenging position right now. I think this is going to be maybe a 6th place. Are we going to get 5th? We might get 5th there. My words. Yep, poor start, never recovered, and yeah, missing that break meant we couldn't get round the outside to the front. It meant that we were going to be blocked off, and I think we were hampered not only over that final furlong, but I think well before that. There were a couple of times we tried to go inside, but there was no room. Then we tried to go outside, and we had a horse or two just penning us in there as well. So Couldn't get some clear ground to run on. It's not really the result we wanted, but yeah, I don't believe that that was a true reflection of our abilities. I really, really don't. So I could just snap up some, you know, some small horses here, like Expect Indie. We could pick up this horse for cheap. We could pick up Lady Nahmina. We could pick up Lights, Camera, Action. And we could buy the breeding barn. And Hold Harmless. We could pick them up. Then we could breed them all together. Output horses that probably are gonna earn us money in the sales. Probably 300,000 or above each. So that'd be about $1 million. So if we're prepared to wait 2 years, we could make our money back and more in the meantime. And right now, I really don't think we've got a class horse to win on the track any big money. So is it worth holding off on the breeding program? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So 72, we're going to jump away from that one. So 2650 is going to land us a 5-year-old mare in Cantare. So that's good. We're going to walk away there. Think he's gone. We'll go for big money. Classical Rose them. 3-year-old, we can probably get a lot of breeding out of this one. So 3,500, just a little bit more. 3,650. And that lands us Classical Rose. Taraz, 4-year-old gelding. That's really not what we're looking for. So we move on. We move away from the expensive 2-year-olds. We're hoping to produce our own 2-year-olds. And we're hoping they are also going to be very expensive. That's another gelding. 6-year-old, no. 4-year-old though, Lady Nahima. Let's go in there for 4,300. It's not making any impact here whatsoever on our money, so I'm more than happy to do that. Another gelding we're going to get rid of. Now 80-odd thousand reserve on Expect Indie. Is that something we're worth? No, it's not really gonna. It's gonna put us too close when we buy the breeding barn. So don't want anything up that end of the wood. 11-year-old is gonna be too old. And then we're down to Cold Dish. So we want to pick up Cold Dish and Lights, Camera, Action. Wow. Maybe we... Yeah, maybe we don't pick up Cold Dish. That's a low reserve for a horse that went for big money. So Light, Camera, Action we definitely want. So let's just... Heavy. Are you kidding me? I was trying to say under 10 grand. There we go. Under 12 grand anyway for Lights, Camera, Action. 11 and 10 is too old for me. I'm not interested there. So, Back Blue and maybe Stay Strong and Hold Harmless. So, we're going to skip down to Back Blue then, because we're not really interested in these horses. And we'll see what happens from this point on. But I think we could be looking at some decent breeding fodder. Not really from what they're going to produce, but just from what they are. So Back Blue. We're just going to cut off the bidding there. Grab him. So he'll go into the breeding barn, which gives us a bit more chance of getting all the horses bred. Stay Strong. 7-year-old, I don't really think we're going to want them. Most hold harmless, I mean, we could get a couple of... Yeah, okay. So we can't get hold harmless then. We run out of room. And that's going to be a 1.4 million horse for Dosage and Mimosas. So, okay. Incantare is pretty bad. Not as bad as I expected though, so that's pretty decent. Let's just make sure, in case anything happens. Lights, Camera, Action could turn out to be a decently bad horse. Not totally bad. Lady Namina, that's kind of what I'm expecting. Classical Rose, okay. Outback Blue, yeah, so they're all really bad horses. Rapid Ascent looks well in advance of them, but with 9,500,000, so this is just over 6,600,000, so we're gonna be down into dangerous territory. Especially because I'm going to do that by the same time so I can fill up even more. But we are over 250,000, so that's not too bad. So retire to stud, oops, retire Lady Namina to stud, Lights, Camera, Action, and Outback Blue. So that's the start of our breeding program for money. Hopefully we'll get some good horses along the way that we can actually breed for racing ability. But yeah, at the moment we've got a chance in 2 years of getting 3 foals, which would be pretty decent. That would be pretty decent. So let's put them all in the breeding barn. And what are we going to do here? So, let's see. 6 furlongs with a 1.4 miles, I guess. And 7 furlongs with a 1.3 miles. We're going to repeat the breeding in case it fails. Incantare is going to just basically be there, waiting. And yeah, I don't want either of those horses. Do I have another chance here? Maybe Tagtail, maybe. I'm not sure about that one. I'm looking for a young horse coming up in some of these auctions. There we go. 2-year-old. Okay, no. That just went well in advance of what I was expecting. Let's first make sure that we can do another race. We can indeed. Rapid Ascent then. 5 furlongs. We've got a selling race, a conditions race, a selling race there, and a selling race. So September 15th. September 15th. Let's put in for this one then. Again, it's that grade 3. I mean, we probably would have won the Santa Anita Juvenile. The Tremont, we would have been a lot closer to winning. And the Skidmore, we'd have a much better chance of winning if we hadn't been carrying the extra £6 because we'd won a grade 3. So, a little bit disappointing. Anything in here? There's a 3-year-old if it's going cheap enough. That's a no. And then we're going to go to the auction. So this might be a chance to nip in and grab ourselves something interesting. Really not, though. 91 Assault. Let's see what 91 Assault is going for. I'm trying to look under about 20 grand. I don't want to spend more than that because we need to pay to breed them together. and the money isn't great. And I need to find races where we're making a profit with the horses that we do actually race. And at the moment, we've only got one in the racing barn. So it's not going to be very good if we can't get money through racings. It's going to be a long time before we can pick up anything through breeding. And that was a bit of a washout. Gelding. 3-year-old. Nope. Dark Crescent. 4-year-old might be. There we are. Under 15. That'll do me. Dark Crescent will join and we'll immediately go into the breeding barn. So we still only got Rapid Ascent as our racing horse, but we've got 3 breeding pairs in that barn as of now. So we're going to put Incantare alongside Dark Crescent. That should be decent. So what's this? 7 and a mile 4. So that's about a mile 1, mile 2. So is... Oh no, it was a mile 4 and 6, wasn't it? So that's decent actually. That's a mile 1. That's a mile 1. 7 and a mile 3 will be a mile 1. And Incantare and Dark Crescent should work out to about the same as well, because that's a mile 3 and a mile, so it'll be mile 1, mile 2 distance there. So decent. Let's see them. One last auction before the race. Is there anything? Fine Geel looks like a decent option, maybe, but probably will go for big money. Crew Cut is laid back. Crew Cut is laid back. Crew Cut, 6 Wives, maybe Shell Bay could be an option. Okay. So we don't want that one. Redana's no good for us. Let's see them. Fingal, way too much money. 2.2. I thought it might go for big money. We don't want Mirza. We don't want you either. But Crew Cut is laid back. Let's go in then for 10 grand. It keeps us above 200,000. And even just for the trait, that is well worth my money. I'm very happy with that. Erratic behavior, 2,000. Stay cheap. There we go, 4,300. So we got someone to breed Crew Cut to, which is the important bit. So from this point on, I'm only really looking at female horses. And there we go, look at that. Just under 200,000 in the bank. But 6 Wives and erratic behavior. We can now breed those to Crew Cut. So yeah, 6 Wives not bad actually. Finish applications full. Decent, just no potential. But if we can breed her to the laid back trait, and if you look here, he's not too shabby in terms of the attributes. He's not very good in terms of potential again, but those two especially would work out quite well. Erratic behavior maybe not, but 6 Wives I think definitely has something to offer in the breeding barn. Crew Cut has a lot to offer. And yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting. Did any of these breed? They did not. Outstanding. So, the last race of this video then. And then we're going to go into the breeding barn. But Okay, Opening Roads hasn't won a race, but is slight favourite for this race. Can probably see why. So out to Laurel Park then. And let's see what we can get done. Hoping here for a good race and a good win. And that's a decent start. Decked Out flies out the gates here on the near side. Now it looks like Mudlight will go to the front with us as well now. On the outside, Exaggerators 4 deep. Believe in Luck and Opening Roads joining this front group. And then it's Path of David and Direct Message holding the rear. So we are on the rail, but we cannot be blocked in. That's the good thing. As we come round the turn, less distance to run on the inside. We can't be blocked in very easily. That's a very nice place to put in. Direct Message here on the outside is running from deep. We're in now to 2 furlongs. There goes Mudlight. There goes Opening Roads on the outside. Have they gone too early? Can we now come back into this? We're tight on the rail. Entering the final furlong, though we're making some distance on these horses. It looks like Direct Message is making a good run here on the outside. Might just take this race. We start to fade off a little bit there. And we're probably going to finish down in 5th place once again. Oh, it looked so good. It looked so good, but we were sweating up a little bit. Oh, not really what we were looking for. It's a very, very disappointing race. Direct Message will take it from Opening Roads. Mudlight there up into 3rd, and Path of David just past us on the line. So, it's another Class 2 that we finish in 5th. I really thought that those conditions races were going to be ours to grab. I mean, 5 furlongs we won, 5 we won, 5 we won, 5 we come second, 5 we won. When it's just shorter than 5 furlongs, we're not running well. Then it's 5th, 3rd, 5th and 5th. I wonder if that's actually got anything to do with it. Probably. We can keep racing Rapid Ascent though this season, which is the nice thing. We just can't dip under that sort of a 5 furlong marker. Selling race, handicap and allowance race. Okay. Again, we'd be carrying too much weight in there, but that's a good place to kind of book it. Right, 6 wives, crew cut. We need to get this one bred together then. So that'll be about a mile 1 again. That's the right kind of area. Erratic behavior is just going to be holding there for now. So let's skip to a day before we're due to run, which will be the Keeneland sale, I believe, on the 15th. That means that we can just jump out to the Keeneland sale and then go and see what happens. So, these are all the normal horses. Are there any other interesting horses to breed with? Still looking for the female. So, My Secret Lady, maybe. Maybe My Secret Lady. Okay. There's one cheap one we can go for. Spangle's going to go for too much money. What about Little Avon? Little Avon is laid back. Look at that. Look at that. We're finding them. We are finding them. So, okay, Little Avon is the main one that I'm going to want here. So I'm probably actually going to skip over My Secret Lady as well. Not sure we need to pick up them. And we don't really have enough money for the sales, sadly. But it's always worth looking at who wins those races. So we can keep an eye out for them in the future. Maybe in the next sales race we can see they've won, you know, 2 or 3 of them. Normally not very good if they are being sold, you know, every race. Normally means that people don't want to keep them, but I don't know. I'm a little hopeful that we can get ourselves 1 or 2 nice horses here. So, yeah. Few horses left to go. So we're just going to jump on down through these. My Secret Lady, £6,000. That wouldn't have been a bad price. It wouldn't have been that bad a price. JR's Holiday. So there's the first one that I'm expecting big money for, and does indeed go for it. What else we got? Spangled. Won an earlier sales race and now wins again. Now Duet is laid back and is a good distance. Do we go here? I think we go here for £18,000. We'll pick up Duet. And then Too Much Money. Excellent Edition is going to be big money, I believe. Just over £1 million. So not huge money there, but decent. Gold Ducati. Nowhere near getting those kind of horses. Not really interested in that one right now, because Little Avon is up. £3,000 will do me nicely. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. So what else have we got here? Queen Sammy, maybe? Yeah. That's a nope. Yeah, they're going to go for Too Much Money. Shake the Bone and Mazio were interesting ones, but big money, certainly compared to the amount of money we've got. And there we go, just over £1 million. So, I'm fairly happy that we've walked away with 2 horses, 2 female horses with the laid back trait. So, we could breed both those to crew cut and guarantee pretty much that we're going to keep the laid back trait. Oh, and Incantare has been bred. Well done, Dark Ascent. So erratic behavior is laid back. She's going to pair up with Dark Crescent then. And yeah, these two now into the breeding barn. So for the sake of holding 115 extra thousand, almost doubling our money as it were, we have now got 9 horses in the breeding barn. We have got a few with the laid back trait, which I think is a very good trait. And not only that, but in 2 years' time, we are going to have, hopefully anyway, 5 foals. That means that we could be earning 1 to 2 million just off selling those 5. Because I don't think they're going to be very, very good horses, but you never know. And that breeding didn't take there, sadly. But I also like about the breeding is we've got a decent mix here. You can see we've got 3 short order horses and 1 slight distance horse for the males. And then we've got more sort of distance, but we've got a couple of shorter distances on the females, which means we can breed what we want. We can breed short to short, long to long, mix them up. We can kind of get any distance that we want there. So, I do like doing that. 9 more days. Anything else at auction? Oh, I love a good auction. I do love a good auction. Dashing Star, no. Gunpowder's too much. Postulant, 1 mile 3, £4,000. That might be an option. It's exclusive as a large build. I'm a sucker for a large build. Oh, almost as much as laid back, I've got to say. So Postulant's one. Its exclusive is probably the only other one. So let's see what happens then. I don't want to dip below 100 grand. That's kind of my buffer. So we spent a lot of money in this episode. We're running quite a bit longer than I expected us to, but this could be really good moving forward. This could be the start of a very profitable breeding program. And since we can't find great success on the track right now, if we can make money with the sales schedule in place where we could pick up a good 2-year-old through an auction, you never know what could happen. So I think this is the best way to kind of start this save off. A little bit of competition, but not too much. So we will get Postulant, and what do we got here then? So a couple more down to its exclusive, and then we'll check the breeding as well. So let's see. 5 grand there. So we keep ourselves over the 100,000. That was lovely. Don't really care about the rest of the auction. I also live in hope that one of these cheap horses is going to have 60 to 70 potential. But it never really works out that way. Never really works out that way. So let's put those in the breeding barn, and nobody else has bred. That's slightly disappointing. That is slightly disappointing, but there we go. That's the way of things, and that's where we're going to leave the episode. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know what you think about my strategy here, filling up the breeding barn with these very, very cheap horses, and quite young horses as well. If we don't earn money for the next 2 years, I could still probably, you know, I could keep all the 4-year-olds and below and still churn out a good amount of horses without adding to the breeding barn. So I don't know, guys. You let me know what you think. I think we've done quite good getting some of the laid back in there. There's a couple of horses in there that have decent stats, just not potential. So breeding those to game bred horses from season 2 onwards, I think might work out for us. But you let me know what you think. Have your say as always in the comment section below. But we'll be back here soon to see how Rapid Ascent does in this allowance race. Can we get him back to winning ways? It's an up and down season, but we're back at 5 furlongs, not below. And you know what? We've done pretty well at that distance. 1 second and 4 wins. Let's hope that we can get another one next video. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. You all take care, and I'll see you soon.